Everybody mute and wake up. All right. So cross your legs or sit, so I'm going to change it up. Let's take a block the long way between our two sitting bones and bring your knees out front and your ankles, heels, if you can, against the block. Oh, Lauren, do whatever you have to do. And just begin to sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. And just start to breathe. Just start to find your moment of peace. Make it many moments of peace. Fill up completely north, south, east, and west on your body. Keep expanding the heart, the belly. And then release the tension from the neck, shoulders. And just work on keeping your spine a little longer. Morning, Cindy. We're sitting on a block with our knees in front of us. Oh, you sound bad there. I hope you can connect. And so if at any time the block underneath you or the sitting in this position becomes, unbearably uncomfortable, take yourself out and find a comfortable place. We'll be here for a few more moments. As you bring your hands to your heart center and touch the thumbs to your heart, drop your chin a little bit towards your chest and just maybe set an intention for this morning. I know let's maybe have some healing intentions this morning, right? Healing our bodies as well as our minds. So send out some healing vibrations through our Zoom cameras and just throughout the energy that we have connected to each other. Inhale, hook your thumbs and reach your arms over your head. Spread your fingers like you're playing the piano a little bit. And just lean a little side to side. Just wake up the side body. And then just stay in an upright position. Pull your thumbs apart. So it's like you're pulling everything from the center. And then bring the elbows a little bit more bent. They may be behind your head a little bit. They may be in front depending on your shoulders. Stay with a long spine as you exhale, turn to your right side. Doesn't matter how far you go, you're probably not going to get that much space, but enough to feel. Inhale back to center, stretch your arms overhead. Just switch the cross of your thumbs and pull the thumbs apart again. Exhale, bend the elbows, maybe a little higher than shoulder height, whatever. Turn to your left side, rotating out of the waist. So there's really not tons of movement that we're going to get here. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, stretch your arms up. Release your hands out to the sides. Tap your fingers so you'll be off your mat with your fingers. Let your right ear come to your right shoulder. And walk your left arm out a little bit further. Take your right hand and gently guide your ear to your right shoulder. And you can stay with your fingertips on the floor blocks, or you can reach your arm out a little bit further to the side. Breathe in, expand your heart chest. And then bring your chin towards your right shoulder. Take your left arm behind you, maybe all the way around your back. And then gently release your right arm. Take your chin to your chest and bring your right arm behind so you're grabbing opposite elbows behind you. Lift your chest up. Open up the front chest, shoulder, throat. Open up your eyes, inhale, stretch the arms overhead, touch the palms. And exhale the arms down by your side. Good. Walk your fingertips out so you're resting still on the floor. Left ear to left shoulder, drop your right shoulder down. Take your left hand, gently guide your ear towards your shoulder. And then bring your chin towards the collarbone as you take your right arm somewhere behind you, maybe all the way around to your left waistline. And bring your chin down towards the chest, release your left arm, and grab the opposite elbows again. Just hug behind you. Lift your chest up, open up your throat, shoulders, chest. And then release the arms and stretch them overhead. Take the prayer to your heart center. Take your right foot and bend the knee on the floor in front of you. So if you have more space, you can have heel to knee line up or toe to knee line up, whatever feels more informational to you. Take your hands up overhead and reach your arms inside of your right thigh, so maybe on top of the left thigh a little bit. And then open up right arm, left arm twist. Now instead of pushing your knee open with your right leg, hug your knee towards your tricep or elbow. Reach and breathe. Good. Breathing in 2 directions, front and back, and then 4 directions up and down as well. Take your left arm behind you, flip your right palm up, and just lean back. Good. Inhale, come up. Let's spin the arms to the outside of the right leg. Hook your left elbow on the outside. And again, don't pull the knee to the center. Keep hugging the knee to the arm. Right hand behind you, lengthen, inhale. Twist deeper, exhale. Good. So again, finding length and space in the spine, and then moving into those spaces. Good. Inhale back to your center. Release your hands. Take your right leg and stretch it out in front of you. If you need to release your left leg at any time, go ahead. And take a breath in, bring your hands by your side. So imagine that you're sitting up on the floor as we would do in Dandasana, staff pose with both legs out, one leg is out. And then begin to creep your fingers forward. Keep your spine long. First point of resistance, stop. Breathe in. And say, hey, what's going on? Walk your hands out a little bit further. And then you continue to find these spaces, stop and breathe, notice, and then fold a little bit deeper. And when you find the deepest place that you can go, my toes are pointed in the video, I don't know if you can see it, pointed up to the sky, so my foot's flexed. And then just find as much length as you can in through the right hamstrings. And you might be restricted with this left leg bent back as well, so we'll get there. Breathe in. One more emptying of the breath and breathing in and empty out again. And then walk your hands back in. Bend your right knee. Place it back behind you and switch legs. So you can stretch out the leg a little bit, give it a little bit of juice, a little bit of love. Take your feet so you're not directly bringing your foot into your inner thigh. Take your arms in between. Hinge a little forward. Take your left arm and your left knee, press them against each other. And then spin the right arm open. It's kind of like a water wheel, what we might call water wheel. Hips are squared so your left sitting bone still stays on the floor. Doesn't really matter how far you open. It's, where your body's going to allow you to go. Take your right arm down and lean back. So like a reverse warrior position. Good. Breathe in out. All the while, you're pushing your right top of foot shin down to get a little bit of action there. And then inhale, come up and just water wheel or reverse it. Right arm outside left thigh. Hug your knee against your arm rather than pulling it inward. Inhale. So find length on the inhale and move into your depth on the exhale. Inhale to center. Release your hands. Gently guide your left leg forward. Still sitting up as tall as you can on both sitting bones. Flex your left foot. Walk your hands out. Find your first point of resistance. Inhale. And notice how quickly I found my first point of resistance. And then continue to do that a couple of times. Just fold. Your toes are pointed up towards your face. And then maybe you find a little bit deeper expression of this. Keep broadening your collarbones so you're not rounding your back. Take another breath. Inhale, walk your hands back in, sit up tall. Release your right leg. That's the man of the house. All right, legs out in front of you. Both legs out in front of you. You're still on your block. If you want to get off it, you get off it. Stretch your arms all the way up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Find that first point. And then release your hands to the floor and continue in your forward fold. So it's a supported Paschimottanasana, forward bend, intense western side stretch. Breathe in and out. So again, we keep looking for the depth into the pose. How deep can we take it without stress, without force, outside of gravity? Inhale, lengthen your spine. Walk your hands back. Bend your knees. Take your feet wider than your block, wider than your hips, and turn your knees out. Just have a comfortable seated Malasana pose. Perhaps it's not comfortable, but it's a whole lot more comfortable than not having a block underneath you. So hands to your prayer. Sit up nice and tall. Revisit your intention that you might have set. And again, we're hugging the knee and the tricep against each other rather than pushing the knees apart. So just slightly different actions. Take another breath. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Push the heel of the hands down as you lift your hips up and straighten your legs, turn your toes forward, and move your block off to the side. Or keep it right in front of you. We'll see where we're at. And then just shift a little bit side to side, noticing, the hips today, the hamstrings. We already kind of started to notice our hamstrings. And then bring your hands, come to center, bring your hands on your shins. Lengthen your spine, but don't lock your knees out, right? Keep your knees slightly bent, or a lot bent. And then round your spine here, tuck your tailbone underneath you. Let your arms dangle here. So you're hanging, you're like a deflated scarecrow. Just let your body go. Inhale, hands on your shins, lengthen your spine. So it's like a cat-cow. Exhale, release your arms and hang. Rounded spine, knees are bent. One more time. Inhale, arch your back. Extend your spine. Exhale, round and curl. Let the arms just hover. I guess it also feels a little bit like Thriller. Pull the belly all the way up and in, roll up through your spine. Take your time. As you get up, roll your shoulders back and around a couple times. Good. And then stand up tall. Bring your arms down by your side, palms up. Spread your fingers. And then pull your pinky toes to the outer edges of your mat. So a nice engagement, nice strength on the outside of your hips. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. Take your right arm back and your left arm forward. And without shifting out of your hips, just turn your torso. You probably have a little bit more than you might have had on the floor. Take the right arm behind you to the left thigh and lift up. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. So I feel, for me, a little bit more stagnant in my left side. Hug the hips in. Inhale, left arm down, right arm up. Lifting out of your torso waistline. And exhale, come back up to standing. Bring your hands to your heart center. And step your feet to the top of your mat. Good. Breathe. Good. Standing into Tadasana, mountain pose. Now feet can be close together or a little bit apart. Maybe slightly, toes are slightly turned inward a little bit more than the heels. Revisit the intention perhaps. And then open your eyes and sweep your arms overhead. Touch your hands in prayer. Exhale, fold your hands down to the floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot all the way back. Lower your right knee to the floor. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, palms in prayer. Exhale, straighten the front leg, hands to the floor. Inhale, rebend your knee, arms up. Exhale, hands down, tuck your back toes under. Look forward, step forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, ride your breath to stand all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart center. Arms by your side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold, hands to floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back. Lower your left knee to the floor. You can have the toes tucked or untucked. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, hands down, tuck your back toes under, look forward. Inhale, step together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ride your breath to stand, bring it all the way up, bring prayer to your heart center. Good, little wardrobe and makeup check here. Put my hair in a ponytail. Inhale, stretch your arms all the way up over your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, lower your right knee to the floor. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, hands down, tuck your toes. Inhale, step forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Bring your hands to your heart center. Exhale. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back, lower your left knee down. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, rebend your front leg. Exhale, hands down, toe tucks. Inhale, lift the knee. Step forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, prayer to your heart. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, right knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, rebend, hands down, tuck your back toes under, and this time step to a high plank, pause. Take a breath in, shoulders over wrists, shift a little forward, knees in, belly in, and bend your elbows, and roll through. So you can always do that on your knees, you can skip it, you can be in down dog the whole time. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Lower your left knee to the floor. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, hands down, toe tucks. Look forward, step forward, and fold. Exhale. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, prayer to your heart. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. I eat water. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left knee back. Left leg back, left knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, this time we step to plank. Pause. Shift forward and take your chaturanga the way you want. Adding chaturangas, skipping them, and just going to downward dog. Good. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it up through. Lower your right knee to the floor. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, straighten front leg. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, hands down, toes top. Inhale, look forward, step together, and empty the breath. Rise up to stand, inhale. Bring prayer to your heart center. Let's go right into Surya Namaskar A from here. So bring the arms up overhead, inhale. Exhale, hands to floor, shins blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, step, high plank, pause. Shift forward, bend the elbows. You choose to go to your knees, or skip the whole thing, or add push-ups. Downward dog. Now the feet come together. Lift the right leg in the air. Open the right hip. Bend and straighten the leg. Maybe explore a little bit more movement through the hip and the ankle. Keep your shoulders square. Good. Keep the knee bent. As you turn your hips square, right knee and chest round, curl, pull the belly in. Look forward, step forward, right foot. Good. Come onto your fingertips or blocks. Inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, crescent lunge. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, open the arms out to a T. Turn your torso to the right. Find length, probably the most length we've had, or the most rotation. Right arm down, left arm up. Inhale, let's wiggle this around and find warrior two, right knee bends. There you go. So you should be open on your left side body. Breathe, pull back with your left arm so that your shoulders are over your hips and you can have a level pelvis. Breathe. Reverse this. Good. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, hands to floor or blocks. Turn your back foot forward. Keep it in a long stance and straighten your front leg. Draw the right hip back and the left hip forward. Lengthen your spine. And then fold over your right shin. So you can have your blocks back under your shoulders a little further, or you can walk your hands forward. And some of you might even want to walk your hands back further. So it's kind of your choice. One more breath here with a long hamstring stretch. Rebend your front knee. Good. Plant your palms to the floor of blocks. Right leg back in the air, three-legged. And then take four to the floor, downward dog. Settle in here or take a chaturanga vinyasa. Any way your body wants to express itself. Downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Open your left hip, bend your knee, flex and point, roll through the ankle, explore small, big movements of your hips, knees, ankles. Shoulders are square to each other. The knee stays bent. Exhale, bring it into your chest, round curl. Bring it forward to plank, look forward. Step it through. Fingers on the floor or blocks. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, lower your hips. Good, your hands can touch, they don't have to. Keep the arms straight, breathe in, lift out of your rib cage, waistline. Good, and take your left arm back, right arm forward. Hug your left hip back into center. So while we rotate through the torso, the hips are hugging midline. Good, inhale, left arm down, right arm up. Nice stretch for the front right side hip. Good, on this exhale, windmill your arms around, warrior two. Pull your right arm back so your shoulders stack over your hips. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath, flip your palm, reverse it. Exhale through warrior two. Hands to the floor. Straighten your legs. Hips are squared. Good. So you may even have to jump it in a little bit closer, right, for stability. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale. And fold as you exhale. Another breath. Inhale, rebend your front knee. And step back to a three-legged dog. Four on the floor. Shift forward, high plank. Choose your way through to downward facing dog. Lift your heart up. Very nice, everybody. Breathe. Bring your feet closer together. Inhale, float the right leg up and open the hip. You choose. And then turn your knee center and step it all the way through. Spin open to warrior two. Open to the left side of your mat. Reverse your warrior. Take it from reverse warrior to a side angle without touching your thigh. Inhale, reverse. So just moving back and forth. Exhale, we're not touching down on anything just yet. Inhale. And this time we'll stay. Exhale. Right hand on thigh, on a block inside or outside. Well, let's call it outside the leg. Take your left arm overhead. Bring your tailbone underneath you. Breathe. Straighten your front leg for a minute. And then rebend it. And commit to it. Take your left arm behind you. Circle it over your head. palm down. So the thumb rolls up a little bit, shoulder opens up, and then we are opening our right side body to the left. So as if you were resting your whole right side body on your thigh. Breathe. Side angle. Breathe in and out. Good. Stay here for a breath. Exhale. Inhale, left arm up. Straighten your front leg. Look down at your toes. Rise up and reverse this. Exhale. Just pretend you're triangle. And then come back to your reverse again. So just moving through our little asana vinyasa here. Down, up. One more time. And this time get as much length out of your torso as you can as you stay in your triangle pose. Stacking shoulders, stacking hips, opening hips. So you might choose to shorten your stance in your back leg. Breathe in and breathe out. Good, one more breath. Inhale, once again, reverse it. Exhale, turn it to the front. Bend your front knee for your low lunge. Lower your back knee to the floor. And straighten your front leg any degree. Walk the hands back, higher, forward, lower, whatever speaks to you here. Half split. So pulling the right hip back, left hip forward, toes up towards your face. Lengthen your spine, inhale. And fold, exhale. Good. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Sink a little bit lower, just get that hip released a little bit more. You guys are doing awesome. I know some of you have just been under the weather, so impressed that you're even on your mat. Tuck your toes underneath you. Right leg in the air, three-legged. If you are so desired, look over your left shoulder or under. Look at your foot, and maybe you want to flip your dog over. Any variation into a bridge or wheel, or a dancer's bridge. Keep lifting the bottom side of your body up and in. From here, shift it back and find a plank. Pause. Take your right arm down and go into side plank, or bring your bowed knee to the floor. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. Empty the breath, hands down plank, and downward facing dog. Chest towards your thighs. Breathe. Inhale, lift your left leg up, open, explore, play. Turn it squared, bend your knee, look forward, step through, right foot turns on its side, warrior two. Exhale. Good. Come out of it for a moment, and then rebend, commit. Right arm back, left arm forward. Left thigh parallel or close to parallel to the floor. Hips open. So pull back a little more with your right arm, everybody. So shoulders stacked and you're not so much into your waistline. Flip your palm. Reverse it. Now without touching, exhale, left arm down, side angle, no touch. Inhale, reverse, no touch. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. And this one we take and hold. Exhale, side angle. So option is to be on your thigh or a block behind your leg. Right arm up in the air. So first work on getting your form. So remember how we were hugging the knee towards the shoulder, the tricep, and different things earlier on. Same thing. Keep hugging the knee outward rather than inward. Rather than pushing it inward, I should say. Bring your tailbone beneath you. Now take your right arm back behind you. Spin it over your head, palm down. Roll the thumb up and breathe. Now roll your torso up and breathe. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Inhale, right arm up. Left leg straightens. Inhale, rise up, reverse it. Exhale, back to triangle without touching. Inhale, reverse it. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse. And this one we're going to stay in our triangle. So reach out as far as you can. Left arm down, right arm up. Foot shin block. Tuck your tailbone beneath you. Inhale. And exhale. Stack your shoulders. Lift your knees up, protect. Breathe. One more breath, inhale and exhale. Look down. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Turn your back hip forward. Bring your right knee to the floor. And straighten your left leg. So again, you could have blocks. They could be high or low. They could be back or forward. Pull your left hip through. Breathe. So look, try a little tenderness on your hamstrings. Breathe in and out. Inhale, rebend. Hands to the floor, blocks. Lift your chest. Tuck your right toes underneath you, lift the knee up. Step the left leg in the air, open your hip, bend and straighten. Then keep the knee bent. Decide if you want to flip your dog. If you do, take it over. Any variation, keep the right side of your body lifting up and open. Good. One more breath. From here, we exit into plank. Take a breath. Decide if you're putting your left knee on the floor as you spin to your left side. And any variations are welcome. I didn't say that, but I think you all know that. Just keep lifting the bottom side body up. So don't let your left hip collapse towards the floor. One more breath. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale, look forward, and go back to downward dog. Exhale. Bring your feet closer together. Inhale, lift right leg up, open kick. Bring the knee to the center, step it all the way through. Warrior two, inhale. Exhale, settle. Inhale, reverse. This side angle, bring it on the inside or top of your right thigh on a block or floor. Left arm comes up, inhale. Take it behind your back, half or full bind. So the left shoulder's open. Good, breathe in, breathe out. Firm your feet into the earth. Open up your torso like you're laying the right side of your body on your right side thigh. Take a breath here. Look down at your right toes. Straighten your right leg. Exhale. Release your arms gently if they're bound. Triangle pose. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands to the floor, blocks. Lower your left knee to the floor. Now, scoot your right foot forward a little bit. And start to take yourself into either a half split or maybe more of a full split. Now, I can't do a full split, but I have two blocks on either side of my leg. I could also have a block under my hamstring or my sitting bone if I'm a little bit closer, right? And if this just doesn't work for you, the half split is always a great option. If you want to explore deeper today, take it into this little bit of a split. And if you have a full split and you're very comfortable in it, you can bring your arms up overhead. Good. I'm still supported, but you know some of you might not be supported. Take a breath. Good. Now slowly, wherever you are, we're going to come out of it. So pull your hips back, slowly bring your right leg, and your mat probably, back to center. Good. Tuck your back toes underneath you, and lift the knee up. Take a three-legged dog here. Square your body, floor on the floor, down dog. Stay with straight arms and legs. Eye on your toes, shift forward, and just allow your hips to sink towards the floor. Just a nice release in the front hip. Down dog. Feet together. Inhale, left leg Turn the right foot on its side, warrior two. Exhale. Good, inhale, reverse. Exhale, left hand on top or inside of the thigh. Right arm up to the sky. And then you decide, can you take a half bind with the right arm behind you? And some of you will take a full bind. Open up your chest, shoulders. So your right shoulder goes back, your left shoulder goes a little forward and under. Tailbone goes under, left glute goes towards the right side of your mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep your neck long. I'm looking at you guys, but breathe. Good. Inhale, straighten your front leg. If you have any bind, release it. Left arm down, right arm up. Triangle pose. Good. Finding the space. So we came into it from a different position, so you might not feel like you got as long. Inhale, rise up, reverse. Exhale, take it to the floor, bend the knee. Lower your right knee to the floor. Begin to shoot your left leg out in front of you and just recognize that two sides of your body may behave completely differently. So grab your blocks if you want to go into more of a full split. Maybe slide your left leg out in front of you. Have support under your hands, under your thighs, or under your sitting bone if you have a little bit more space going on there. So never forcing this. Take it from one who forced a split. Many years ago, and it's the gift that keeps on giving. Right, Lord? Breathe in, breathe out. Good. One more time, one more breath. Good. Exhale. Start to bend your knee. Bring yourself back in. Hands to floor blocks. Tuck the toes underneath you. And once again, three-legged dog. Bring it down on the floor. Inhale, straight arms and legs, high on your toes. Come forward. Upward dog variation. Now from here, lower your knees to the floor and push to your heels for a moment. Stretch out in child's pose. I think this is our first child's pose of the day. How nice that it's so far into our class. Inhale and exhale. Good. Rise back up onto your hands and knees. Just a brief little setback and take your toes under. Lift your hips high in the sky. Bring your feet closer together. Rise on your toes. Right leg in the air. Straight up. Oh, bring the knee to the chest and look right underneath your nose and step your foot there. So it's about halfway up your mat. Line it up with your right hip, and take your left foot, turn it like a warrior one, so almost towards the front of the mat. And then walk your hands back and begin to straighten your right leg. And again, use the blocks if you feel like your hamstrings are just not, as open as you think you'd like them to be. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward, lengthen your spine. And fold over your right shin. Let your body go. Good. Inhale, come halfway up. So lengthen your spine, head and tailbone in the same line. Have a block inside or outside of your right foot towards the ankle if it's on the outside. Lengthen your spine here again. Right hand on your sacrum. Lift and turn to the right side. Left hand comes in or out. Once the shoulders stack, the right arm perhaps comes up. If you're feeling really wobbly, you might want to change the shape of your footing, right? So you might have to widen your legs and or shorten them in. That's it, twisted triangle. So have your arm directly over your shoulder. That's it. Good, so you're not in a big lunge, guys, right? One more breath. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Walk your hands in front of you so they're about an arm's length out. Then plant your palms so you might have to bend your knee. Put your weight into your right heel and float your left leg off the floor. Right leg straightens, standing, split, head to shin. So it's not so much about how high the left leg is going, but how straight it can be and how strong you can stand into the standing leg. So some of you will get straight up and down. Others will be more like me, a little bit less. If you want to hold on with one or two hands to your ankle, the one that's on the floor, your choice. One more breath brings you close. And exhale, feet together on the floor. Bend your knees, come into a low squat. And just bring your chin to your chest, round and curl, forehead to the knees. Inhale, look up. Lower your heels to the floor. Take your peace finger grip around your big toes and stretch your legs up straight. So a bound, good, bound pose, bow pose, boat pose. Open your legs to a straddle. Doesn't have to be a big straddle. Pull your chest through, roll onto your sitting bones. One more breath. Good, exhale, cross one leg in front of the other, doesn't matter for me. Walk forward, step back, high plank. Lower through chaturanga, more or less. Downward dog is where we meet. Inhale on your toes, left leg high in the sky. Look underneath your nose and step your left foot there. Walk your hands back, step your right foot out to the side so it's slightly rotated outward. Lengthen, so blocks are good here if your hamstrings are still not feeling happy yet. And then we lengthen the spine. Front leg is straight, fold over your left leg. It might have to bend a little bit, right? So again, find the placement of your body, the width of your legs as well as how close together they are to see where you're most stable. And then inhale halfway. Good. Bring your left hand to your sacrum. Keep the length in your spine. Begin to rotate to the left side. Hand on the inside or outside of the foot on a block or on the floor or even on your shin. Turn your torso to the left. Stack your head in line with your spine. Once the shoulders are stacked, left arm might float up. And then keep squeezing your hips towards each other and squaring off your hips and rotating the torso. There's so much going on in this one pose. Left big toe is pressing down on the earth. Don't cheat it. One more breath. Find a little bit more room. And then exhale, fold over your leg. Walk your hands out in front of you, maybe on block still. Shift your weight into your left leg, lift your right leg off the floor. Fold your torso over your thigh. Hold onto your ankle, maybe one or two hands. Folding yourself in half. So don't worry how high the right leg goes. Like I said, some of you will go straight up and down. Right, Sin? Good. Just think about how stable your standing leg is. And just keep that leg in the air straight, even if it's a foot off the floor. Breathe in and out. One more breath. Exhale, feet together on the floor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend your knees. Good, just release for a second. And then lower your seat and either take the same peace finger grip or perhaps grab outside of your feet on the outer edges of your legs. Bring your legs in and up. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Inhale. Open your legs out. Good. Two, done. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Cross one ankle in front of the other. Push yourself through a vinyasa or right into downward facing dog. Well, I'll meet downward dog. your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Take yourself into a seated position, legs out in front of you. I'm going to actually just change my mat position for you so you don't just see my feet. All right. So bring your legs out in front of you. Move the flesh from underneath your sitting bones. And bend your right knee. Place the heel on the floor. Good. Now we kind of started like this with this leg bent behind us. Hug your leg with your arms. Sit up tall. Left toes turn up towards the sky. Now take your left arm up. Spin it behind you. Take your right arm up. Spin it to the outside of your left foot. Maybe you grab the foot. Maybe it's only to your shin or thigh. Trying to get your right shoulder in front as much as you can in front of that right shin. Bring the arm in front of the shin if you can. For a full bind, your choice. If you're doing this, great. If you can't get the full bind, just work into the twist. Now we're still hugging the knee and the tricep towards each other. One more breath. Good. Inhale, come back to your center. Fold over your left leg. Keep hugging your knee in as close as you can. There's going to be a little tendency for it to rock out. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, lift up. Release it. Sit up tall. Take your right hand behind you. Left arm up. Twist again outside your thigh. Hug the knee against the tricep. Breathe. One more breath. Come back to center. Straighten your right leg out. Give a little love to the legs and the knees. Shift it around. Right leg is out straight. Left knee bends. Heel in line with sitting bones. Take your right arm behind you. Left arm up. Inhale, roll on. Exhale, reach outside of your right foot, wherever it goes. You might hold on. You might only get to your thigh or your calf. Inhale and exhale. So what I'm trying to do here is get my left shoulder as far forward over my left shin if I choose that I want to maybe do a bind. So you can stay right where you are, or you can try to bring your left arm in front of your left shin, thumb down, and then bring it around behind you. Right arm goes behind you. Lift your torso up and make this a twist. Your left hip could be a little lifted off the floor. It doesn't have to be ground on the floor. Some of you will be able to keep it grounded. Hug your knee towards your shoulder. Breathe in, breathe out. Notice the difference from side to side. Does it feel, like one side has a little bit more space? Probably does. One more breath. Turn yourself to center. Exhale, fold over your right shin. Now it's tricky, but I'm trying to really squeeze my left knee back towards my shoulder. So it's not so simple. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, release your bind. Left hand moves behind you, right arm up. And you might I think we just hug the knee for a few moments. So you can hug the knee, or you can take a twist outside. Take your arm and tricep and knee against each other. Inhale, come back to center. Release your hand, release your legs. Shake it out. Stretch your legs out in front of you. One more time, let's take that forward fold. Arms up, inhale. Reach out of your waistline, flex your feet, exhale, fold, find your first point of resistance, and then find all the way to wherever you can. Inhale, lengthen your spine, exhale, fold. Relax your shoulders away from your ears, inhale, and exhale. Good, inhale, lengthen. Lift yourself up. As you exhale, just make sure you have space behind you as you roll down through your floor to your floor. One vertebrae at a time. Scoop out your belly. Keep your legs strong. Good. Release your head, release your arms. Find Shavasana for a moment. Let your arms and legs just splay open. Good. Bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, line up your heels with your sitting bones. Tilt your pelvis, point your pubic bone towards the sky so your back is imprinted on the floor. Take a breath in as you bring your arms overhead and your hips lift off the floor. Exhale, upper mid, lower back down. Inhale, just a moving bridge. Exhale down. Inhale up, hips up. Just keep the hips up. Release the arms by your side. Maybe you want to clasp underneath your back. Hold on to your hands. Big toe, little toe, ball of a heel on the floor. Keep your knees in line with your hips. Breathe in. Stay here or take yourself right into your bow pose, upward facing bow, lifting your heart up. Your choice, where you want to be. Stay there for 3 breaths. 2, and 1, upper mid, lower back down. Hug your knees all the way to your chest. Take your feet in happy baby, so hold on either the big toe or the outer foot, kind of like we did our boat pose earlier. Rocking side to side. Come back to your center. Draw your arms to the outside of your legs, hug your knees into your chest. Hold on to the top of your foot ankle, round your spine. Stay in this nice tight ball. As you lower your arms and head, keep the knees close and shift your legs over to your left side. Spinal twist. Option to stretch your right leg strong, long out to the side. Some of you might even hold on to the foot. You can take your right arm overhead. Rebend your top knee, arms out. Squeeze your knees together and come back to center. Shift over to your right side, twist. And again, some of you will stretch your leg out in front of you and kick your water bottle over. And maybe some of you will hold on to your foot, your toe, your outer foot. I don't have a stretch today. Left arm can go overhead. And then come on back to center, hug your knees to your chest. One more time, round and curl your spine, everything close together. Lower your head, stretch your legs out. Stretch your arms overhead, hook your thumbs. And like we started, just tick-tock a little side to side. Back to center, reach your fingers long, reach your toes long. Find all the length from tailbone to head, toes to head. Take a breath as you begin to bring your arms down by your side. Open your arms out to the side. Let your hips display open. And find your final Shavasana. If you have anything else you need to do before that, go for it. I encourage you to stay as long as you can in your Shavasana. Begin to surrender all your energy into the earth's energy. And so not carrying on the conversations that will come in and out of your thought processes. Staying with the breath as the guide. So take these final few moments in pure surrender, peace. If you have the opportunity to stay longer, just turn this off. Or begin to make your way back. Start to move through your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Draw your knees to your chest and take yourself onto either side. Make a pillow for your head. And take your time beginning to bring yourself back up to a seated position, hands together at your heart center. Close your eyes, gaze to the tip of your nose. Embrace all that you've just done in your body and your mind. And take that and carry it with you today. Share it, pay it forward. So honor yourselves first and foremost. Honor each other, the light, the peace, the goodness, the love, the beauty within. Namaste, Satnam, go in peace. Have a wonderful Sunday if you're watching this Sunday, if you're here with me live. Stay home, stay fit, stay healthy. Wear a mask, get vaccinated.